Hi everybody, welcome to the Astrology Chat for July 3rd, 2024. So the keys for today are to allow yourself to communicate, allow yourself to have adjustments, and remember that you are not the only person who's going through really deep changes. And even if other people do not share the fact that they're having really deep changes with yourself, just know with everything that is going on around the world, in the skies and on earth, it's causing people to have a lot of anxiety. And so the challenge here is to actually start cultivating community that is supportive of your growth and that you can support other people's growth. And I say this because we have the moon in Gemini today. The moon in Gemini is all about brothers and sisters, short distance travel, communication, the trading of ideas, right? And this is where, in many ways, in this new age of Aquarius, we're going to find out that family isn't always by blood. Most often it's by spirit. And we have today Mercury spending its first full day in Leo. Mercury is going to be in Leo until July 25th. And so Mercury in Leo is very creative. It's very expressive. It's very fiery. It can also be kind of cowardly, right? Everybody thinks of Leo as this sign that wants to shine, but sometimes Leos want to shine at the expense of their own authenticity. And we're definitely going to be challenged with this energy with Mercury in Leo, because today and a couple more times it's going to be opposing Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So Pluto wins here. So when I say that, I mean that your ego and the false dichotomies of control and these boundaries of authority that have been set up in society are all disintegrating because it doesn't deal with and it doesn't address the needs of the many. Rather, it's been addressing the needs of the few. And we, all having grown up in a capitalistic society, have been trained to do that in our own lives in one way or another. So there's a challenge to step out of your comfort zone. There's a challenge of stepping out of I want to make sure I have all my jewels and make sure that everybody has their part in this heard and seen. And Gemini moon today is under some irritation to cause that. We do have support for growth, but you have to be willing to be authentic. So first of all, we have the Gemini moon in a square to Mercury, a semi-square to Mercury, a semi-square to Chiron, a square to Saturn, and a sexy square with Pluto. Altogether, these mean that there's going to be challenges in communication. There's going to be something that you need to heal, that you're trying to not heal, or that is a blind spot for your healing that's going to come up today. And it's going to be reflected in your conversations and interactions with other people. So pay attention to these interactions, not as an opportunity to be I need to show my force, but as an opportunity to be a real royal, which is, I need to learn here. I need to reconsider here. I need to be less dogmatic here. And especially since we do have sextiles to the nodes, where you do allow yourself to embrace the release of relationships with other people and go towards authenticity, which then sets you up to have more authentic relationships with other people because you're being real, then you can jump out of that cycle of it's always going to be this way and nobody understands me, to, the world is actually really expansive and I'm not alone out here. It's a beautiful energy. And so allow yourself to have that growth. Now, whatever path you take, or if you zigzag between the both, right, which is natural, there's going to be a conjunction to Jupiter that makes it all seem really big. And it is a big deal. It is a big deal for you to grow. It is a big deal for you to disconnect. It is a big deal for you to redefine things for yourself. But, big deals happen over long times too. It doesn't all have to be this sudden all or nothing game, which I think is something that we need to remember. And again, we do have Mercury in opposition to Pluto retrograde, and so there is tension in the air today. But it doesn't have to be bad tension. Tension isn't bad. It's an opportunity for growth. So learn how to communicate. And if you are not in the tribe for your vibe, bounce. Because like I said to you guys, for better or worse, there is a vibe for every tribe and a tribe for every vibe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Possibly because I might take a digital break for the holiday. Love you.